Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Two Honks podcast, the only podcast on the internet. My name is Joe Little. Sitting across from me this evening is the one, the only Lamar Costin.
Yeah.
And we are doing so good tonight. This is our an audio only episode.
This one's for the audiophiles.
So we're really returning the Two Honks podcast to its former glory.
You know, it's kind of nice to have the eyes off of us for a second. I felt like a piece of meat sometimes on there.
And all of the comments about our bodies.
Yeah,
Can you
just
stop talking about my body?
everybody has one.
Everybody's talking about their bodies.
Everyone's got one.
Everybody's got one.
Yeah, we're stampeding towards 50 episodes here, and nobody can really stop us at this. We're like a runaway train.
Yeah.
Nobody could stop it.
Here we are. I mean, episode 48. And have we talked about anything?
Have we discussed anything, any topic of any kind?
I don't think so.
I don't think we have.
I don't believe that we have discussed any hard-hitting topics. But this isn't like a hard-hitting podcast. So today we're going to do things a little bit more loosey-goosey, a little bit more free-form, long-form.
Feels good to shake off the European Union for once.
Yeah, just shaking it off for a minute.
Shake them out.
Starting to feel like they're really clouding our creativity here.
Yeah, we're getting tired of them breathing down our neck and telling us how to use our devices.
Yeah, I think it's really just a bunch of bullshit. Is what I think it is.
We don't have to do what they tell us to do.
Yeah,
That's a choice.
yeah, exactly.
It's good to remember that.
And I mean, everybody's talking about this. Everybody's talking about this. Everybody's like, hey, you know what? They're taking away your rights. Have you been hearing about this? Have you been talking about this?
I've heard tale. I've heard tell.
You've been hearing about how they're taking away the rights?
Heard tales of that, yeah.
I think they're just going to take them. I don't think it's going to matter.
They might run up and just take them.
I think they might just take them from you.
They might run up or saunter.
I don't think there's a goddamn thing you can do about it, really. I mean,
what are you going to do?
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do about it?
What are you going to do?
I think that's just the way it is now. I think this is just how it is.
Some people say, affect change locally, talk to your neighbors, figure out what's going on at the school. And I'm just like,
right.
No, I don't want to,
I don't feel like it.
I don't feel like
You're not
it.
my
I don't
real
want
dad.
to. I know that podcasts are supposed to be like inspiring and you're supposed to hear from people that are interesting and they have a lot to say and they want to just like change the world and they want to make all these changes. And I'm just like, no.
Yada, 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 yada. Flapping gums.
Shut up.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Well, actually, I have something really important in the news. There's something happening. You got to do something. It's like, shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
We got to stop this information machine. We're feeding the information machine. It's like, well, you're giving me the information, so you're feeding the fucking information machine. Right. It's like it's kind of a bunch of hogwash if you look at it.
Really.
So what we're here to do is just kind of muddy the water a little more. That's the point of this.
If you're closing your eyes, you want to take a little nap or whatever, feel free to do it. This is the podcast to do it too. Here you go. You're not missing anything, man.
You're not gonna miss it.
You're not gonna miss it, dude.
You're not gonna miss anything, really.
Good time here. Okay.
We're having fun. This is for fun. This is not an educational podcast, although we are quite wise.
We're having fun.
We are. This is talk therapy.
This really is.
I mean, I haven't been to an official therapy session in well over 2 years.
Well, and you don't have to because I go once a month. So there you go. I mean, you can get your therapy through me. I'll ask her questions for you,
and you're getting those nuggets of wisdom.
Yeah, and I'll just spew them back. I'll spew them right. I'll put them right in this microphone. That's what I'll do.
That's what I expect.
That's
what I need.
Remember, let's talk about. Let's just back up here, okay?
Hold the phone for a second.
Can we just hold the phone and back up for a minute? Let's talk about our very first episode of the Two Honks podcast.
Okay.
Remember?
I kind of vaguely do.
It was the day that we learned how to speak into the microphones.
Right, we were doing it wrong.
We were talking into them like this on the side of it, and we were like, "Why is it so quiet?
Why does it sound funny?
Why does it sound funny here?" And then we suddenly were like, "Oh my god!"
Like, hello. Wow,
we're broadcasting now.
I do remember that because that was a time before film and television was
that was
back in the day before TVs.
Yeah, and that's when we had the TikTok.
Yeah, we
did some TikToks. Remember
back.
that?
That was in our younger days.
That was like 30 episodes ago. You know, I mean, how is TikTok doing?
I don't think that's a thing now.
You don't think it's a thing now?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's like a fad.
Are people aren't using that, huh?
Are they?
They stopped?
I don't think
they
so.
still use it, or?
I would have to assume that it doesn't exist anymore.
I think I stopped using TikToks because you can't put 3-hour podcasts on TikTok, you know?
Right.
And we're pretty free form, but we are definitely fact based.
Sure.
And we love to have 3-hour podcasts where it's just pure facts.
We're just chopping it up. We're two people just chopping it down.
We're chopping it up, you know?
Yeah.
We're just we're cracking the whip. We're sharp as a
sharpening the whistle.
As sharp as a whistle. That's the word I was looking for.
We're sharpening the whistle and whipping it up. And that's kind of like what our pledge to you, the listeners, is that we're going to in a long roundabout way talk about nothing.
Yeah.
And take as long as possible to do that.
Well, and hopefully, you get a little chance to relax. I mean, maybe you're driving in your car right now.
Right.
Maybe you're just got some headphones on and you just want to hear the soothing vibrations.
Yeah, they're sound waves
of two very very masculine voices.
Right.
Have you noticed this?
Yeah, I have noticed my voice has gotten quite
it's very masculine.
Quite soothing as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I just it sounds great in the cans, and I'm just gonna keep fucking talking, man, because that's what this is all about.
You said it right. You said that. I hope if you're driving right now, you're giving some people some space in front of you.
Yeah.
Because you know what?
Man, if you're in traffic,
you think you're making time. You're actually creating stress in your body and probably cancer.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that, but probably is.
Yeah, but and I mean, think about it. If you're looking at the car in front of you and you're really just driving right up on that car's ass and you're just trying to get into the next open spot,
right.
You might actually get to your destination slower.
Right.
Here's a good example for you. Here's a good thing to think about if you're sitting in traffic right now. Think about a bar of soap.
Think about a bar of soap. Okay.
Think about a bar of soap and you're in the shower and you're using the bar of soap to wash your body. You're not using a loofah because you're not a bitch. Okay.
Right.
I know who listens to this podcast, and you're not using a loofah because you're not full of shit, okay?
Right, exactly.
People who use loofahs are full of shit, but that's a different conversation for a different day.
Yeah.
So you're just using that bar of soap like God intended. You're rubbing it against your body.
It's God-given,
right?
God-given soap.
And then let's say, you want to move the soap to your other hand to wash the other side of your body, and you squeeze the soap too hard and it just flies out of your hand,
That happens, yeah.
And then you get really upset and then you try to pick up the soap and you squeeze it too hard and it just flies out of your hand again.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing when you're cramming up on the car in front of you in traffic.
Right.
It's the bar of soap that keeps flying away from you because you're trying too damn hard. You just gotta loosen up.
It's a loose grip.
Loosen up, and then you'll flow right through there. Flow right through like water.
Soap is a slippery. It's a slippery thing, isn't it?
Yeah, soap is a slippery slope. That's for sure.
Soap is a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Speaking of showers and bodies, we talked a little bit about bodies last week, and I was thinking more about it, and I remember as a young person, I touched my body a lot.
Yes.
I was very intimate with my body. I touched my body a lot. I really loved my body. I touched it. I talked about it. I spent a lot of nights just me and my body having fun together, just the two of us. And I have noticed as I've gotten older that I don't touch my body as much.
You don't touch your body?
I don't touch my body as much. And I think it's been like 10 years since I've actually touched my body.
You haven't touched your body?
I haven't touched my body in like 10 years or so.
I don't think I've touched my body in a while.
What's up with that? Why is it that as we get older, we don't touch our bodies?
Why don't you touch your body anymore?
Are we afraid of our bodies?
Are you afraid of your body?
Do we not love our bodies?
Hey, if you're sitting in traffic right now, will you answer this question for me? Are you afraid of your body?
If you're in traffic, touch your body now.
Touch your body.
You should love your body. Don't be ashamed of your body.
Don't be ashamed of it. It's I think it's a body positivity. It goes for all. Everybody should be positive.
Everybody
should be positive.
You have to love it because think about it. It's your body. Nobody else has it. Nobody else has one like yours.
Be proud of your body.
You should touch your body. Love your body.
Touch your body.
Give yourself a hug. You know what I mean?
Let your body know that you love it. Give your body a hug.
I think a lot of people are not getting touched as much as they want to be right now, especially because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So give yourself a hug. Give yourself
a hug.
Just give yourself a little hug.
Have a snack.
Do a hug and tug. That's what I do.
A hug and tug.
I recommend it.
One. Yeah. Yeah.
Give it a hug and tug.
Yeah. And then, give yourself a snack, like how with if you got a significant other out there, you just get every now and then you got to just give them a little hug just to remind them that you love them.
Exactly.
Have a grape.
Right.
Yeah. Grab a carrot stick, dip it in some ranch, eat that. Just give your body a little bit of love.
Dip that carrot in some chocolate.
You deserve it.
Get wild.
You deserve it.
Yeah.
You deserve it.
Kick your feet up.
Kick your feet up.
Touch your feet.
Have a margarita.
Right? Yeah.
Go to the gym.
Don't just take the day off.
Take a kickboxing class.
Go kick something in the face.
Go watch a Formula One race on television. Eat a bagel.
Yeah.
With your cat, Yeah. You deserve it.
Your cat deserves it too.
Go to a public park in the nude, You deserve it.
Right. Go to any random street in Portland.
Yeah.
Take off your clothes and touch your body.
Touch your body. Go into a bank and ask them what the fuck is going on.
Right.
Okay? Just ask everyone in there. Just do that,
Right. I think those are all good points.
Yeah, go to a gem show. Go to a gem show in Arizona. Okay.
Talk about some
gems and crystals in Arizona.
Put it in the sun. Charge it.
Charge it in the sun.
Wait for the full moon. Charge it again.
Oh my gosh! Are you doing this? Have you done this for yourself yet? Do it. You deserve it.
If you're not, now is a good time. I think to start that.
Go to Texas. Do something big.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Live big.
Yeah. Live big.
Go to Texas. Or don't.
Or don't do any of that shit. I don't care.
I'm not saying
you want.
You can't say there's anything wrong with Texas because Texas is like a third of the size of our whole entire country.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of different regions in Texas.
Isn't that why you don't mess with Texas?
I think you don't want to mess with Texas. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the scope of positive things that you can do for yourself needs to widen a little bit. You know what I mean?
I think so. I think people are a little hard on themselves.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
hey, why are you being so hard on yourself?
Right.
Stop it.
Just knock it off. And I'm glad that we don't have the European Union breathing down our neck right now because they would probably censor this.
Hey, we would be cutting the first half right about now.
We'd have to. We're always biting our nails, watching the time.
We get to keep rambling on.
We're just getting into the heat of it here.
Yeah, we're really just getting into the thick and thin of it. If we really want to, talk about brass tacks.
Right, and we're just kind of getting into a nice whipped consistency at this point.
Yeah, exactly. I love whipped consistency type things.
Yeah.
And not only foods, whipped cream, you know.
Do you do the whipped cream cheese?
Have you spreadable cheeses?
Yeah.
Okay.
All cheese can be spreadable if it's at the right temperature. Is that right?
Pretty much. Okay, so spreadable cheeses. This is a new phenomena for me because this is the thing. This is what the kids are doing. Okay, the charcuterie boards.
That's big now.
You know, it's a big thing, but it's not called a charcuterie. It's not. That's not the real name.
Really?
I don't know why it's called antipasti. That's where it comes from. It's antipasti or antipasta. Antipasti.
Yeah.
Something like that,
it's against, right?
Talk to anybody from New Jersey, you know?
Right.
That's like Italian. You know, they're going to be pissed if you say, hey, enjoy some of my charcuterie board. And they're going to be like, that's antipasti. What are you doing, you know?
Antipast.
So what...
That could also be like something else. Is that anything that's not pasta is basically what that means?
Yeah, basically, you know,
charcuteries.
And you make charcuteries at your work sometimes.
I don't make them, but I see and oversee and I watch the people that make it.
You oversee charcuteries.
I look over their shoulder. They don't like it when I do that.
So what's the dynamic of the charcuterie oversight?
Mostly just kind of like eyeballing, a lot of like
walk me through a day.
Glance, you know.
Walk me through a day. You just got a piece of wood, and there's some meat and cheese.
You're gonna put a honk of meat, usually a few honks of meat on there.
A couple of honks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're kind of stacked honks.
Yeah.
Different assorted honks.
Okay.
And then you got honks of cheese as well on there, and that's kind of the main brass tacks of your charcuterie board. You also want a fresh rolled bread on that, and when we serve it, we actually have it come with garlic butter. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
It is good.
Have you guys experimented with any spreadable cheeses?
I don't think that they like the spreadable cheese.
No spreadable cheese.
I think the owner of the restaurant doesn't like the spreadable cheeses.
Why doesn't he like the spreadable cheese? What's wrong with him? What's happened? What happened with him and spreadable cheeses?
I think that maybe I think it might be like a traditional thing that cheeses shouldn't be spreadable, but I like to contend that any cheese could be spreadable if you apply enough force and temperature.
Yes.
But I will say there are some harder cheeses that don't like to be spread as much as the other ones do. And cream cheese is not really cheese.
And these cheeses, are they already sliced when you put them on the board, or do you have to slice them yourself once you put it on the table? Do they just give you a block of cheese?
They're fresh cut slices off of a block, a big old honk of cheese. So, I got a little party going on that charcuterie board.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Interestingly, also, two of the things that I'm not eating anymore is the cheese and the land animals.
The land animals.
I'm eating fish, but no longer the legged creatures.
So you're only eating fish. Okay. So is that?
Yeah, that's kind of my. So my
doesn't that make you a Presbyterian or something? Or?
I think it does.
Yeah, because I'm a Catholic.
Right. I think it does.
Actually, I think I'm Jewish.
Okay. It does make me that.
Yeah.
I am doing that. My modified eating strategy plan is still sprouts.
It's still sprouts.
I'm oats in the morning. I'm doing oats.
Oats in the morning.
Oats in the morning with sprouts.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm doing rice, fish, and broccoli at night, and that's kind of like my jam. And you saw my rings,
so
you saw me busting out my rings.
Yeah,
I got Olympic rings in here.
Yeah, you're gonna have a strong back.
This is a full-fledged.
This guy's got
Olympic gym now.
Yeah, this guy. I think we're gonna be pretty well prepared when the grid goes down.
Right.
Because when the grid goes down and everybody's out in the street, shooting at each other.
Right.
You're going to want to have a strong back.
Well, not only that, my rings don't require power, except for muscle power. I'm going to be whipping around on my rings.
Yeah.
People are going to be out there shooting each other.
Yeah.
I'm going to be whipping it around.
Yeah. You're going to be whipping around wings. Yeah, rings and wings.
Ripping my wings around.
Yeah, and lately, I've been doing this thing where I don't look at Instagram very much.
Right.
And,
because Instagram is toxic and terrible.
When the grid goes down, everybody's going to be like, why is Instagram down? And they're going to be wondering and wondering and wondering. Yeah. Meanwhile, the tsunami's coming.
Right.
And you're trying to fire up your Instagram.
Right.
And I'm already going to be out on the way. I'm going to be in the woods.
You're just booking it up the hill.
Booking it with my family up the hill. We're going to be safe, man.
Right.
You want to be safe in the apocalypse. You stick with us, man.
Trying to fire up.
Well, I'm not going to be drunk, that much when the apocalypse happens. I'm going to be fit as a fiddle.
I'm firing up my guns, and by that I mean my biceps.
I'm going to be as sober as a pasta restaurant at midnight.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I'll be.
Yeah, I think that's. I'm excited. By the next time we get by next episode, I might be unrecognizable to the people.
Oh wow!
Because I'll be so muscled.
That's why this one is audio only.
Right. I'm transitioning right now from a kind of a slender,
weak,
a buxom fellow to
a weak ass little biatch
to a muscled,
a big strong man.
I wouldn't go that far.
Real big guy.
Yeah, big.
Just a real big guy.
I'm going to be living large.
You want to be a big guy.
Be a big guy. I'm going to be a real big guy.
Hey, that's what my son tells me every day. He wants to be big. He wants to be a big guy. Big guy.
I think if you want anything, you can get it. I do believe that.
Yeah, I think so. I think
that's true.
Yeah.
I had something here I wanted to just kind of bring up here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, I was often kind of bullied a little bit, sometimes psychologically, sometimes physically from other people in my school, my cohort.
Yeah.
I was always the youngest, so I got a lot of things shouted at me, and one of the things that I remember that people said to me a lot was, "Hey, I'm going to mop the floor with you."
Yeah.
I'm going to mop the floor with your face.
Yeah.
They always say that to me.
Why?
And I don't know why. I think that's something that they heard somebody else. Maybe their dad said that to them.
Yeah.
But
mop the floor with you.
It sounds aggressive, and it was intimidating to me at the time. But I always thought, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't work because people are not very absorbent.
People aren't mops.
We're not made at the paper towel factory.
Our faces and our bodies in general don't absorb water in the same way a mop head would.
Yes, exactly. I mean, why?
So if you're trying to mop a floor with that, it seems like it would just kind of smear.
Do you think maybe you were getting bullied because you looked absorbent?
Maybe I looked like a mop.
Maybe you looked like a cushiony paper-like,
right?
Thread-like.
Woven
featured thing.
Yeah.
And you just looked like you were absorbent, so they wanted to mop the floor with you because of that.
I think that's possible.
I mean, did they want to beat you up and then mop the floor with you, or are they just going to start mopping the floor with you right off the...
I think they had to get some mopping done, and I was the closest thing.
Oh, okay.
Maybe they didn't have a mop handy.
Well, you look a little bit like a mop, so...
I think that's it.
Yeah.
But the thing that I think is humans are really quite versatile. We're designed to do lots of different things. We can garden, we can run, we can masturbate, we can go fishing. We are not going to be cleaning floors with our faces, right? Unless, I don't know, am I missing something?
No, I mean, why would you? Why would you? Here we are.
Yeah,
it's 2022. We're in a wealth of cleaning materials.
Yeah.
They're everywhere, and here we are. We're just trying to we're mopping the floor with people.
You
can't get a mop.
You don't have $10 to go down to the mop store.
You can't get down to the mop store and buy them. I bought a mop for $2.
You can get a secondhand mop at the Goodwill.
I think inflation, it affects a lot of things, but not mops.
Mops are the same price they've been since mom and pop were buying mops.
Yeah, exactly.
I think if anybody's listening,
can't afford a mop. Shut up.
If anybody's listening and they have experience mopping floors with their face, send us an email to honks@gmail.com to let us know.
Let us know what it's like to mop the floor.
How does your face do that? And,
or if you've done it to somebody else's face, what did
maybe
their face
you've mopped
like?
somebody else's face with the floor. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Give
it a try.
You try it out,
or maybe try to mop the floor with your own face. But I don't know. maybe that's something we should normalize. So we've been talking about this lately too here. Normalization.
Normalizing.
I don't know. We might have talked about this on another episode, but I feel like we could expand on this quite a bit more because it's a big thing that's going around right now.
Yeah.
Normalize. One viral meme I saw once was normalize girls shooting their shot in 2022. Like normalize single girls trying to pick up guys.
Shooting their shot. What does that mean? Like drinking?
Shooting their shot, like like trying to get a guy's attention.
Okay.
And I was like, well, women don't do that anyway. Like,
yeah.
I mean, maybe guys are a little bit more obvious about it, but I think women probably do that too.
Right.
But I felt like that was normal, and everybody's saying, hey, let's normalize it. So I was like, maybe it's not normal. Let's try to normalize it.
Right.
And then they're trying to normalize mental health, which I'm all for it. I'm probably one of the most mentally healthy people on the internet. So, it's just going to be something that we should probably normalize. But normalize, we were talking about the things that you deserve, the things that you should be allowed to do, Go into a public park in the nude. Normalize that. Let's normalize that one.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
It should be normal?
It should be normal now.
Yeah.
Everything body related. You don't have to say, fat shaming or whatever kind of body shaming.
Normalize
skinny shaming also, but anything body related should just be normal.
Normalize clipping your toenails on the table at Olive Garden.
Yeah.
In the center of the restaurant in front of everybody.
Yeah. Is there anything wrong with that?
Is there something wrong with my human bodily functions?
Yeah. I'm sorry I have a body.
I'm sorry my body exists.
Sorry for having a body.
How much longer do we have to be ashamed of our functions,
Right.
I want to clip my toenails in front of your kids. That's what I want to do.
It's like, would you apologize to somebody every time you have to go to the bathroom? I'm so sorry, I have to pee.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, so does everybody else who has a body.
So does everybody else,
It's like, is there shame in that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I read a scientific journal. Well, maybe it wasn't that scientific. Maybe it was just a journal. But this guy said the reason that you poop and that you pee is because you overate or you drank too much water.
Was it your journal? So your diary?
So you shouldn't be pooping or peeing at all because you should just eat just enough.
Well, we talked a little bit about this
it was
as well.
My journal.
You wrote that.
Yeah.
You wrote that you shouldn't have to poop or pee.
Yeah.
And some people don't, from my understanding, right?
Yeah. Some people don't do it.
If you
normalize not pooping.
Yeah. It's okay if you don't.
It's okay if you don't.
It's fine if you do.
Why are we talking about? And we talked about this before too. I guess we're that's a run through episode. We're just running through different subjects here. We're talking about, why was everybody talking about poop? Why are we talking about that?
Why are we talking about poop now?
There was that one commercial on. I saw it on. I think it's on TV or something.
The poop people.
The guy that was talking about all the toxic poop in your body and how you should buy this product that cleans out all the toxic poop in your body.
Right. That's kind of a hot thing now.
Stop talking.
It's like some people are eating dinner with their families.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like, hey, a quick point of privilege here.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. That's what I want to say to that guy, the poop guy.
Right.
Can we stop talking about this?
We're still talking about poop. It's like you think that as humanity progresses, we'd evolve.
I know we're in a process. We're in a big thing in humanity right now. We want to normalize stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like we've normalized talking about poop for a little bit too long,
It feels like we've been talking about poop for like years.
Yeah.
Why
are we doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, don't we have bigger fish to fry than...
Speaking of poop.
You can't fry them.
Speaking of poop, when are the kids going back to school?
Right.
When's that going to happen?
Yeah.
Are we back in school yet?
When are we taking the kids to the pool?
Hey, are your kids going to school yet?
Right.
If they are, go ahead and shoot us an email to honkspodcast@gmail.com. Let us know where your kids go to school.
Right.
I want dates, locations, specifics.
Right.
Social security numbers.
This stuff is important.
Credit card numbers.
Important stuff we're talking about.
This is important stuff.
I think we probably should. I wanted to bring up something that I don't know if, I just have this as a note that I wrote here. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's something we could talk about, and that's compartmentalization.
Compartmentalization.
Like it's a word. Mm-hmm. It's a start. It's a word.
That is a word.
It has apartment in it, and I am in an apartment.
Okay.
I'm in a beautiful, historic studio apartment.
Wood floors.
Downtown Portland.
Custom cabinets.
It's 350 square feet.
Alphabet District.
Plant hangers in the window.
Vintage.
This is a beautiful...
French doors.
Heat included.
24-month lease.
Pets are free. No pet rent.
No pet rent on landlord's approval. Small pets okay.
Garbage, sewer are included as well. I just want to point that out.
No big dogs. No big disgusting dogs.
No gross dogs.
Nothing like that.
But compartmentalization. So we're talking about walling off things. Okay.
Walling things off.
Walling off.
Maybe this is why this is an apartment, because we're walled off from the next apartment.
Yeah. And I think that can be good. Like, I don't want to be in my neighbor's living room all the time.
Yeah.
When I want to, I go over there and do that.
Yeah.
And I help myself to that.
And you tell them about it.
I do whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have that wall there sometimes when I don't want to see them and hear them.
Yeah.
So maybe that's like what compartmentalization can be like inside in our emotional world.
Yeah.
We can kind of block things out or like, put walls up. Is that healthy, you think? Can that be healthy?
I think that maybe is healthy because, you can compartmentalize your happier emotions. You save your happier emotions for when you're doing something important, like working your job.
Right.
And supporting your family,
Right.
You could do that. You could and that way you can be a depressed mess when you're not working,
right. Yeah, and you could also be like super depressed at work, and then maybe people know it, but they pretend like they don't know it because you're not showing it right away, but they can tell that deep down you're really unhappy. And that's good for business.
That's good.
Because then the customers don't have to see you crying all the time. And that's a good thing. So maybe it is good.
Yeah, I think that's maybe a good thing. If you're an angry person, let's save the angriness. Okay, so if you're an angry person and you have a job where you tinker, like you build things and you don't work with the public, you can use your angry emotions at work, because for some people that could be motivating,
Right.
You'd be like, why won't the fucking screw get in the... But if you're an angry person and you work with the public, let's save the anger for a little bit later, okay? Let's get off the clock first, and then we can be angry about stuff. You know what I mean?
Maybe take it to the gym or something.
Take it to the gym.
I feel like a lot of people like compartmentalize that anger and then they just take it to the streets.
Yeah, take a kickboxing class.
See that on the interstate.
Have a margarita.
Yeah.
Quit sitting in traffic and trying to fight people. You know what I'm saying?
People have meltdowns.
Hey, you know what?
In the middle of the traffic.
Quit microwaving all of your meals. That's a good one. Can we stop that? Can we stop normalizing that?
You know what? Yeah, I think we should talk about this.
Yeah. Okay.
Microwaves.
You don't even have a microwave.
You know what? I have not had a microwave.
No microwave.
A couple years.
24-month lease.
No micro. If I used a microwave,
eat real food.
The circuits would not be able to handle the load.
Yes.
So if I had a microwave in here, which I don't, I would have to turn off my space heater.
Yes.
And my other appliances in order to run the thing, to nuke my food. Why are we nuking our food?
Nuking.
You're not supposed to nuke.
Nuking.
Nuking kills things.
No, nuking more like no-king. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Nuclear bombs were made to kill things.
Yeah, you know?
That's bad, right?
It's horrible.
Why would we do that to the food that we put in our bodies?
In my body.
You're going to put something in your body that you've destroyed.
Put something on your body.
Hey, let me destroy this thing and then put it in my body.
Yeah, yeah. What? You know?
Put it in my butt. Let me just destroy it, put it in my body.
Yeah.
What do you think that's going to do for you? You just destroyed it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
You know, I mean, okay. So admittedly,
to me, it doesn't make sense.
Admittedly, I have a microwave at home and I use it.
Yeah.
Okay. So like here we are. We're sitting at your house. We got a cup of hot cocoa sitting.
It's like the old days here. It's like going back in time.
Yeah, it's like going back in time. We got a cup of coffee.
A cup of coffee.
And you got a little water heater here.
Well, I got a heater.
It's got a little pitcher and a little hot plate.
Mm-hmm.
And you're heating up the water with the little hot plate.
Right.
Do you think that's better than the microwave?
Is that bad?
Is that good?
Is it?
Is it better?
I don't know. I don't think does it use radiation?
Well, does the microwave put radiation in your water if you heat it in the microwave?
Does it put radiation in our bodies?
Does it put radiation in your body?
I think it might put radiation in your body.
What about hot water? What about hot plates? Do hot plates put radiation in your body?
Hot plate.
Because it's all running off the same electricity. You know?
You ever go to a restaurant and they give you a plate of food and it's so hot that they're like, don't touch it.
Yeah.
And you touch it anyways, and it's like, why is this plate so hot?
Why are you doing this to me?
Why would you serve somebody food in a plate that's boiling hot?
Yeah. How about you cook it on the hot plate and then move the food to a plate that isn't the temperature of fucking Mount St. Helens, okay?
Somebody who's not a total monster. Like,
okay.
Yeah, let me put this plate in the oven for 20 minutes and then just put it right in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, by the way, guys, if you want a great place to go camping, Mount St. Helens,
Is it good?
Yeah, it's a good place. Okay. Remember that one episode we did? It was called For the Kids?
Yeah.
For the Kids?
Is that where we were?
That's where we were. We were on Mount St. Helens.
Didn't Mount St. Helens die?
It exploded. May 18th, 1980.
Okay.
1982.
When things that I know explode, they die.
Yeah.
You're saying that is different.
That's different.
Okay.
So part of the mountain died. Like the
top
blew off.
Popped off.
Popped off the top like Scott when he coughed and scoffed.
At the boss.
Yeah. When he scoffed, coughed, and scoffed at the boss of the Cloth Sloth with Claire Faircloth.
Well, there was a colossal moth in our Cloth Sloth sauce.
Yeah, and they went back across the street to her law office loft with Claude Roth, who dropped off a sawed-off in her law office law's lockbox.
Right.
Yeah.
I heard she was eating a bear claw and it got lodged in her esophagus.
Yeah, she was eating falafels and bear claws and
got clogged off.
In her esophagus. Got clogged off, so she tossed off her socks, put them in the wash.
Right.
Called Claude Roth.
She couldn't get the sauce off because the faucet was off.
Yeah, that's when Claude Roth popped off at Scott, popped off his top, scoffed, coughed, and coughed.
Right.
So
that explains it.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
There you have it.
That's a sensible thing to say.
Can we I just want to acknowledge this.
Okay.
we're not doing we've talked about the news a lot in the last couple episodes.
We always talk about the news.
We wanted to do something a little different this time. I just have to really briefly acknowledge this article that I read.
Oh, yes. This is a good one, guys. This is a good one, folks. Hey, if you got this turned down, turn it up.
You're going to want to bring the kids in.
Turn up the volume. Bring in the family. Let's talk about this one.
Okay, so what we have here is the men's 50-kilometer mass. I don't know what that means. I don't even know what that means.
It's a mass start cross-country skiing event.
Okay.
I know because I watched it on television.
You're the only person in the world who's watching this, by the way. So this is the Olympics apparently are on right now.
Well, they just ended.
Apparently Olympics just ended.
They just happened.
Apparently they were on. Nobody saw them except for Joe.
Yep.
And there was this gentleman, last name of Lindholm, apparently was on this course for an hour and 16 minutes.
Yep.
Freezing his nuts off.
Yeah.
And by the end of the race, this article says that his penis was frozen.
His penis was frozen.
And I don't mean it was just cold. It was frozen solid.
Wow.
Yeah.
So his penis became
hard.
An icicle.
In a turgid state.
Of sorts.
Yeah.
How was this? I mean, how is this possible? Because
sounds uncomfortable.
You're in a ski event, right? So you know it's going to be cold.
Right. You got a wind. There's a wind element there.
Yeah, there's a wind element there. You're probably going downhill at some point. You're cross country, so you're going uphill and downhill. When you're going uphill, you're probably getting a sweat on, and when you're coming downhill, that sweat is getting colder. So how are we not preparing with the correct undergarments?
Did he forget his beach towel? Maybe.
Yeah. Did he not have something that wicked the sweat away from the ball and penis area?
I like.
What did he miss? Does it say?
What did he miss?
Yeah. What did he miss? Did he miss? I feel like he dressed wrong. For the event.
Don't even acknowledge that. It just says.
Because, what he's competing with like 80 other guys or something like that?
Yeah, and he's the only one.
Yeah, and he's the only one with a frozen penis. That means he did something wrong.
Something ain't right here.
Yeah, if he did it the right way, you'd have 80 frozen penises out there.
Right.
But you don't. You only have one, so he did it wrong.
It doesn't say, it just says that they wear thin suits and underlayers. So that's not cutting it.
Well, they got it. They're going for some kind of aerodynamics. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
But I love this quote here. He says, "It was one of the worst competitions I've been in."
One of the worst. Which one?
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. Did your penis just get a little bit frozen at the last one?
Just had your balls freeze at the last one.
Or was it more frozen at the one before that?
Yeah, that was one of the worst I've been in.
Actually, in retrospect, that one was actually pretty good. My penis froze way worse last time.
Yeah.
Like,
that was the third worst.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Can you quantify what your worst cross-country ski events are?
It's like a form of torture, it sounds like.
How do you quantify that? How do you measure that?
I don't know I just don't. You would think that this is like a satire.
Yeah.
That somebody made this up. This is the world we live in now.
Yeah.
People are voluntarily freezing their dicks off.
Running out there, running around
with nothing
on, cross-country skis.
The weather's below zero. You don't want to go out there with just a thin
pin and a number on their back,
pant on,
racing 80 other dudes.
Just grabbing each other's dicks.
And only one of them gets frozen.
Yeah.
How is that?
Doesn't really quite add up to me.
I feel like a herd mentality would keep all the dicks warm. But it's how was the guy doing in the event? Was he a mid-pack kind of dude? Was he at the back? Was he one of the top performers? Was he going for a medal? Where was he in the spectrum? Was he doing well before his penis froze?
It doesn't even say anything about his placement in the end here.
Yeah.
Because nobody cares about the Olympics anymore.
That's every athlete's dream, right? That
you make the headlines.
That one day they could have an article on the internet about your penis instead of,
nobody even cares.
Winning like a gold medal or something.
Nobody even cares what your time was, or what he might have won the gold medal, and all they talk about is his frozen penis.
Yeah,
that's funny to me.
Yeah, that's hilarious
and sad. Because nobody cares. You were saying that nobody watched the Olympics.
Nobody watched the Olympics, and this is a big deal. Okay. Because a large conglomerate, I think you might have heard of them. They're called NBC.
Yeah, I've heard of this.
They have a streaming service called Peacock, which we have discussed before. NBC owns the rights to the Winter and the Summer Olympics all the way through the year 2032. Now, they paid billions of dollars for the rights to broadcast these events.
Right. That's a lot of scratch.
And last time that the viewership was even close to this low was in the Olympics in 1988.
Oh, wow.
And there was only like 8 million people that watched. And I don't know why they were so low. But this time, this Winter Olympics, 4 million. Literally half as much as their lowest number they've ever had.
Yeah.
4 million people watch the Olympics. That's not cutting it. That's not paying the bills.
That's not going to do it.
And
people are out there freezing their dicks off.
Yeah, they're freezing their dicks off for this.
For nobody to watch.
And no one's watching.
That is...
I mean, of course, we'll all sit and have a laugh once the article comes out.
Oh, we'll laugh at you.
Yeah, we'll laugh at you real hard.
But yeah, what a tragedy, really, that people are voluntarily doing that and nobody cares at all.
Well, I mean, who gets to tell the truth in the king's court, right? The fool.
The jester.
The fool.
I think that, do you think people are what do you think people are doing instead of watching? We have the internet now. We didn't have that in the 80s. Mm-hmm. People didn't have a lot of other options. They were like, let's watch Cheers or whatever was on. Oh, I think Roseanne's on again.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people only had 3 channels.
Yeah. You're watching Reading Rainbow and Married with Children.
You had the news. You had a couple of sitcoms, and you got the occasional sports ball game.
Can we talk about how awful those sitcoms were too? I've gone back and tried to watch some of those. They're so bad. They're like racist.
What are the kids saying? Cringe?
They're homophobic. They're all misogynistic.
Yeah.
Married with Children. Have you seen that?
Very cringe.
How is that okay?
Is that the Send You to the Moon, Alice? That guy that keeps on talking about beating his wife, like right in front of her, I
think so.
Is that what he's talking about?
I mean, I get the impression there's a lot of violent innuendos.
Yeah, that's show. Yeah, it's a guy. There's the pilot episode.
Al Bundy.
He's right there. He's standing in the living room. His wife walks in and he just beats the shit out of her in the first episode. They wasted no time.
Yeah.
In the 80s.
And she's dressed kind of like the bimbo style.
Yeah.
She's got the big old claws.
Yeah, big claws, lots of makeup, big hair.
Big old hair.
Big hair.
The high heels and
big hair.
It's so bad, and all those shows are terrible.
Yeah.
They're awful.
They're really bad. And the canned laughter. Can we talk about the canned laughter?
Yeah, that's a thing too.
Maybe we've got a little canned laughter right here. I think we do.
Do we?
Do we? Did we? Oh, there. There's that one. There we go. Canned laughter. See?
Okay. Now we're funny.
Yeah. Give me that little.
That's a funny joke.
That's a funny joke.
People like that.
Here, tell me a joke.
Hey, those shows back then were stupid.
That's a good one. Yeah. That's a good one.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, horse walks into a bar. Bartender says, "Hey, why the long face?" Horse says, "Alcoholism is destroying my family." not a good. Do you see how bad that is?
It's not.
It's
pleasant.
not good. It's not great.
You know, there's. I
like it.
I think we have evolved in that sense.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good thing that we're not watching these awful programs. But I do get the feeling that
programming's gotten better.
I think maybe the programming has, but nobody's watching the programming anymore. But but what are we doing now? It's more interactive. Like people are on Instagram, and now they're like creating fantasies in their heads about body images and stuff.
Bodies.
I wish my body looked like that body.
I wish my body looked like that. Well, see, now you got the social media, right?
Yeah,
you got the internet.
That seems like it's worse than
everybody's got their own sitcom now,
right?
You know, you are a sitcom. You get yourself on the internet. You're a sitcom.
You're a laughing stock.
You're the sitcom. You know,
you're
the one who gets beat by your husband. You're
right. You're the laughing stock.
You're the laughing stock of the nation. Because you look like an idiot, okay? Right. Look at this. Let me tell you here real quick. Let me tell you something real honest, America, okay? Nobody cares about your post on Instagram.
That might be true.
Literally no one cares. You might get some likes. You might get some clicks. You might get a couple of clicks, but that was just a click of convenience. People happen to be scrolling on by, and they're like, oh, bloop, you know, go ahead and give that a little bit of a like.
Well, you want to stay in the good graces of your friends, so you have to kind of like, oh, I like that. But
here, how about this? I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you guys.
Yeah.
Next time you got yourself a picture or a video or an emotional paragraph that you want to put on the internet.
Okay.
Write it all down, put the picture together, and email it to someone who gives a fuck. Okay? Because I don't. Nobody else does.
I mean, you could also just delete it.
Why aren't we talking about this? Why is no one talking about this?
I think that's the next thing, though. You know? All of that is coming to light, that it's all like, not only does nobody care, but like it's actually really bad for you.
Have you noticed how the kids aren't using the Facebook anymore?
The kids are not into that.
They're not on the Facebook.
I will say everybody's on Insta, though.
Yeah.
I see that all the time.
Everyone's on Insta. But, you know, the Facebook, everybody's profile picture is from 2016.
Are they dead?
It's like 2016 happened and Facebook was huge.
Yeah.
And then something changed and everybody stopped.
Did they die?
They die?
I always wonder that when I have friends who left Facebook years ago.
Yeah.
They have no posts. They have one picture from like 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. Did they die? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know where they. I don't even know where they are.
Where did they go?
They don't. They're not.
I don't even know how to get in touch with these people.
Exactly. Their numbers different.
They're disappearing.
They don't have a phone.
They're going.
They're off the grid.
What happened to what?
Yeah.
Sometimes I want to get a time machine. You know? And you know what year I'd like to go back to?
88.
2011.
Okay.
You know?
That was the year of the...
I'd get myself, a scene haircut, you know? One of those scene kid haircuts from 2011, you know?
Was that emo or is that different now?
It's like, you know,
emo was
kind of
over.
Emo.
Emo ended.
It was like a mix of like emo and preppy. You know, you were scene kid, you know? And
you want to feel seen.
Yeah, and I would do that. I would do the scene kid thing. I'd wear the girl pants. I'd go to a Skrillex concert, you know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then I would, you know, I'd go gambling or something, you know? Like it
sounds like a pretty good day.
2011, I lived in Reno, Nevada. That was the last year that I lived in that town.
Oh, okay.
That's why I mentioned the gambling, you know?
Right.
Because that's what I would do if I had a time machine.
Yeah.
And money. If I had money, I would also...
If you have a time machine, I would imagine you could probably get some money pretty easily.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, if you... so theoretically, if you had a time machine, couldn't you, pause time? Just stop time?
I don't know if it depends on the model, I think.
Yeah. Well, because if you stop time, you could get away with a lot of shit.
Yeah.
You could just pause time and just walk into a bank and steal millions of dollars.
Right. That would be even better than a traditional time machine.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the old school versions that they made in the 80s, you had to do the whole runaround like they did. Give the money to a younger version of yourself. Invest in the right stocks. Make the right bets. Make the money. It's a long game. It takes time. There's a lot of ways you could fuck that up. You could be seen. Somebody sees two of you, an older version of you and a younger version of you, and then now the whole thing is blown. Now you're in jail. So
yeah, no, exactly. I mean, I want to go back to 2009 and buy some Bitcoin. Let's do that one. Let's do that one. Go back to 2009, buy like 100 million Bitcoin.
Right.
And fast forward to 2022, be rich, man.
Bezos would be like,
yeah,
he'd be like, what?
Yeah, I'd be slapping Bezos with my money and I'd be giving it to the homeless people.
Right.
I'd be like Robin Hood. I'd buy Amazon and sell it.
Yeah.
You know?
That would be pretty neat.
Yeah.
If you could just slap Bezos around with some bills.
Yeah. I think if you shut down Amazon, people would revolt, you know?
Really?
I think that would happen.
People need their crap. You know?
Yeah, people love to buy crap. Can we talk about this?
Yeah.
Why aren't we talking about that?
People don't want to talk about it. It's like behind closed doors.
We like to blame Bezos for all of our problems, but we're the ones buying all the shit.
You know, when you're...
Okay, hey, you point a finger, you point it right back at yourself. How about that there, buddy?
Yeah.
How about a little bit of personal responsibility?
Here's a scenario.
Okay.
It's late at night in the house, right?
Yeah.
It's late at night. You see a cold blue light, you know, coming through a half-cracked door.
Yeah.
Okay. What's going on? Are they watching TV? Are they watching pornography? I bet you 9 times out of 10 they're buying something drunk.
Yeah.
On Amazon.
Everybody's getting drunk and buying shit on Amazon.
Yeah, and then the next day they're like, oh, what's this? I don't even remember that.
And then the next day they're like, oh, Bezos is ruining the world because he got all this money.
And they're opening their Amazon package.
You just bought a book you're never gonna read, a couple of watch batteries, and a pair of novelty socks. You dick.
Yeah.
You idiot.
Right.
And what did you need the novelty socks?
Did you?
You're talking about how bad Bezos is, but you need your novelty socks, huh?
They're not even that funny.
Shut up. No one cares.
Yeah.
You know?
They're not even real socks.
They're not even real. What are they made of?
Right.
PVC?
It's some kind of a microplastic.
Uranium?
You might as well just shoot it in your veins.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's a really, really weird world we live in.
It's a strange time.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Strange times.
It's pretty strange.
Yeah.